Success is when we have fulfillment, we excel on a purpose in life. In this modern world, people have come to the conclusion that success comes in money, fame, fancy car, getting your body to be where you want it to be, getting your behind done, making you look pretty. You know, success is when you go to school and have a bachelor's degree or an associate. Success is when you're filthy and wealthily rich. But this is the opposite of success. Success and happiness are very well connected. People have success in buying cars, having houses, businesses, owning things, but within themselves, they're failures. You can fail in a lot of things in your life and have success in one thing that make you thrive. I have seen a man that sat in one position and he told me he experienced and looked at his life in front of him. Even though he was a rich man, even though he is a rich man and he has everything and the world sees him as wealthy and smart and intelligent, he told me that he was a failure because he ended up with the wrong woman. His kids, two committed suicide, one is in drugs, the other one don't want to talk to his father for about 4 years. He said, "Praise, I succeeded in everything. But one thing that I failed is marriage." Then I realized that I failed in everything. Because everything that I work for now, we go to people, maybe the homeless or people that I don't know. He told me, he said everything that he worked for was for his future and his kids. But here he is. All his work, all his endeavors, all his passion, hard work. Him believing in himself that it's gone to vain. That he has nothing to show for it. He's not happy in his marriage, his kids are not making him happy. So he believed that he's a failure. Money does not picture or stands as success. There are people that are very successful in life, but their happiness is stolen, taken, not found. That all the success they have seems like it's a failure. I have seen poverty. I have seen poor people, homeless, people that has nothing, but they are the happiest people in the world. They have people that care for them and people that love them and they do little things and it becomes successful. They try little things and they become successful and they excel in those things. They might not have fancy houses and big cars, but they're successful people. They're successful because they're successful in being happy. They have joy. They might not have enough to eat every day, but they get used to the life of managing things and they learn to survive. There's no problem. There's no hate. There's no failure that's making them feel like they're not good enough. Whatever they have, they deal with it and they take care of it and use those things to take care of their family. But they're joyful people. That's what success is about. People can fail many times and have success in one thing that could make them even more successful. Success doesn't have to come with money. Yes, money is a need in this world that we live. Yes, it will absolutely be a plus one and a plus for you to have more money and be rich. But the more money people have, the more they want. Money can give you greed. Money does not buy you happiness. It buys you figure. It buys you name. It buys you images that will fade off. My mom mentioned Caterpillar, somebody's name, when she was younger. He was a rich man, wealthy, famous. So when she mentioned his name and she told me, I said, "Mom, I don't know who this guy is." She laughed. And she said, "During your time, you weren't even born when he was alive. He was a wealthy, rich man. He had money, he had everything." but it's gone. I didn't know this guy. His money doesn't matter now. His wealth doesn't matter now. His success doesn't matter now. But people need to understand that what we do in our lives goes with us forever. What we do in our lives, our legacy, and the things that we do, we leave them here, and then we leave after we die and after we're gone. The purpose in life is happiness. The purpose in life that comes with success is joy, peace, and a state of mind. The most happiest people in the world are people who just are in the middle classes. They're not too rich, they're not too poor. Sometimes they have, sometimes they don't have, but they live happily. People that learn to understand joy and peace. I have a story of a very good person that I knew. I was around 12 years old at the time. His children killed himself, twins, the only children he had. But he was a wealthy man with a wealthy woman, came from a wealthy home. Him and his wife divorced about 7 years ago, and he ended up killing himself as well. He had success in everything, the best grades, the best school. He went there. He had a name. He was known. His kids had everything. To this day, they never knew why they committed suicide, but they did. 3 days apart. He was successful in everything. But one day, all of those things came crashing down. His money is nowhere to be found. Tangled up between family members. His success, everything gone. Success comes from work that we do. Success comes from joy. It comes from the things that you put in. Thinking that you're a failure will only bring you more sorrow and sadness. It's not going to heal you. It's not going to make you feel better. It doesn't work. That's why people commit suicide. That's why they do things to themselves. That's why we have negative attitude and negative people in the world, because they're tired of believing that they have to be rich, they have to be wealthy, they have to move up to be successful. A man and a woman that doesn't have peace in his achievements or her achievements is not a successful man or woman. I could be a wealthy person, and I could own the whole world to myself. But if I have no peace, and I have no love, and I have no joy, and I have no peace in the state of my mind, then what is my success? There was a time that money wasn't worth anything. There was a time that currency doesn't exist. There was a time that we were spending coins, and currency, paper money, doesn't exist. There was a time coin doesn't exist. People trade shoes for clothes, and dresses for other things, and bed for the door, and their house for something, and they live happily. The more richer people get, the more money they want. The more greed we want to stay on top of the world. Success should not be defined by somebody that believes that they're everything, and you want to be like this person. Don't ever compare yourself to somebody else, because you have a different road that you're working on. Your story is different from theirs. Your road is different from theirs. Your purpose is different. Everyone in the world has a purpose. Your purpose defines your life. You define your life by your purpose. Your purpose is your life. And if you don't know how to work your purpose, but you want to work other people's purpose and believe that they're better than you, they will be better than you. That's what you're going to see. Everyone has a story to tell, and have a road to work, and have something to do. Somebody has to be the president of a nation. It doesn't have to be you, and it could be you. Somebody has to be a nurse, somebody has to be a doctor, somebody has to be a lawyer, somebody has to be the trash man, somebody has to be the janitor, somebody has to clean up the streets, somebody has to clean up the dirt. Somebody has to do bad things, and somebody has to clean up that mess. Everyone in life has a job, a purpose to fulfill. And if your purpose is not fulfilled, that you feel like you set your goals from yourself, you will feel as if they're not going to come to life. They're not going to come to pass, but that's not true. Success comes with work. You come with patience. You You have to be patient. You have to have patience and have patience, and then you have to work. You have to be smart. You have to put things in order. You have to find your happiness and be happy. You have to not lose focus. Be independent. Don't wait for people to do things for you. Not everybody in the world will be rich. Not everybody will grow old. Not everybody will die young. Not everybody will get to achieve all their dreams. But the dream and what you want for your soul, which should be happiness and joy and peace, is the greatest achievement you can ever have. Because everything you work for, you will live into this world and you will live it alone and you move on. And it wouldn't matter. But how you live your life within you, every second of your life, your purpose, why you're here, how you did it, the joy and the gain that you have in your life. What is your purpose? What did you gain? Comparison to other people's life is not your purpose and it's not your road. Stop believing that you have to be wealthy to be successful. It's okay to have money. It's a plus. It's great. It's amazing. Yes, people will love you and they will think you're the best. But if your soul and your life is not happy within yourself, you're close to failing. Because everything you work for is for the eyes to see. They will be in the world. You do for yourself. Do things that make you happy. That is how you can be successful. And things will start to come together. You start to see the bigger picture.